Hey, and welcome back to Bain's Bites. I'm Bain. We're sitting around, we're trying to figure out what to grill. We've been thinking about this for a while, and I really wanted a burger. But I figured we'd do a burger a little bit different today. I've showed you guys how to do it on the Blackstone. There's lots of different ways to do a burger, but today we're gonna make, instead of burgers, one burger. 2 pounds of meat, big Hawaiian roll. Let's show you how we do it. So I'm actually gonna start with a 10-inch springform pan. You're thinking this is for cheesecake. Well, not today. I think it's gonna suit what we're trying to do just perfect. I laid some plastic down in the bottom and sprayed it with a little bit of avocado oil. Put some parchment around the sides to make sure it releases. I've got 2 pounds of fresh ground chuck, 80-20 mix, ground just an hour ago. We're at the store, we picked it up, we asked for it to be ground fresh. We're gonna lay this down in the springform pan and build our patty. I'm gonna work this down at first with my hands, make sure we keep that parchment down as low as we can. Then I'm gonna grab my burger press and start evening it out. Not too much pressure, but just make sure we've got an even coat all the way around. Make sure it all gets distributed even. You don't wanna press too hard, but we are going for one King Papa of a burger right here. Make sure we got all the crevices packed and filled, there's no gaps. I'm gonna pull this parchment paper out now. Make sure we got it all even all the way around. We use our burger press to kind of smooth it out. Make sure it's all even. One big jumbo patty. Looking good. I'm gonna work the edges, make sure we got everything packed in. Even it off one more time with the burger press. And I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna push the center down just a little bit to kind of make sure it doesn't ball up and swell when we're smoking it. Wash my hands, we'll get right back to it. Now before we release the edges of this springform pan, I'm gonna hit what will be the bottom side with a little bit of Meat Church Holy Cow. It's a great seasoning for beef, it's got lots of pepper, good seasoning, good spice. We'll give it a good layer all the way across the top. Make sure we get a good coating on it. We'll let that sit for just a minute or two and kind of work itself in. So the first side of the patty is good and seasoned with that Holy Cow. I threw it in the freezer just for 3 or 4 minutes to kind of let it get cold and chill, let that seasoning set and soak in. And while we're waiting for that patty to kind of firm up a little bit, I want to talk to you guys about this. This is the meter block. I splurged, I went a little crazy. It's more pricier than you probably need or want for an actual thermometer, but it's 4 individual Bluetooth probes that work on the cloud. I could check them from Kansas if I wanted to. But we're gonna use this today to check our internal temperature as we throw this on the Traeger. And I can keep an update on my phone, watch where it's at, set alarms, it'll track my cook, it'll give me a graph of actual temp, meat temp, grill temp, and it'll show me how everything's going while we're cooking this big old burger today. So it's been about 4 or 5 minutes, nothing crazy, just a little bit of time in the freezer, and we're gonna go ahead and release our springform to show you this awesome burger patty. So what I've actually got today to get this behemoth on the Traeger out there is I took my pizza peel, put a little bit of parchment paper over top of it. We're gonna take this patty, which again was lined with plastic wrap on the bottom, and I sprayed it with a little bit of oil. We're gonna take this, flip it over right onto the peel, because I just don't have a spatula big enough for this thing. We're gonna hit this side with a little bit more of the Holy Cow. That looks pretty good. So I'm gonna get the meter turned on and set up. We're gonna stick a probe right here in the middle of this big behemoth of a patty. We'll get it out on the Traeger. I've got the Traeger set at 225 degrees, running hickory pellets today. Hey, we're getting close. We did buy for our bun with our giant patty, and I can't help doing that, I'm sorry, it's just natural. We went and picked up some onion rings from Whataburger, My meter app is telling me that we're 10 minutes away. It's been about an hour and 50 minutes at 225. So we're gonna slice our bun in half, get some mayonnaise on it. I'm gonna fire up the Blackstone, and we're gonna toast our bun. We'll go out there and we'll sear off the top of the patty, get a good crisp on the outside, put some cheese down, got our onion rings, got some barbecue sauce. We're set to go. This is gonna be one monster killer burger. I've got some of my favorite barbecue sauce here. I'm just going to give it a good baste and get a good layer on there. After we chart it up, it's looking and smelling amazing. So we've got a nice good layer there seeping around the side, looking good. I'm going to close the lid while we toast up the bun and let that barbecue sauce just set in and thicken up. So I got the Blackstone warmed up. We've got our bun. We're going to put them down. 1 and 2. Get a little pressure on there, make sure we get a good golden crispy crust. We'll check those in just a second. Let's see how we did. That looks good and toasty. That's what I'm talking about right there. These are looking golden brown and delicious, perfectly toasted. The size of my head, but they'll work just fine for what we're going for today. So our barbecue sauce should have set by now. We're gonna open the lid of the Traeger. Yep, it's looking good. We're gonna get our post oak smoked cheddar. We're gonna lay it on here and let that melt while we bring the buns in and get ready to build this bad boy. We'll close her up and get ready to build it. Give this another 2 or 3 minutes. Well, the burger should be ready. We'll shut the Traeger down. This looks amazing. Let the bun inside. We are ready to go. So let's get this guy off. Get it on our peel, we'll get inside and let's get this thing built. That's it. We're set up for success. I'm gonna take the rest of my barbecue sauce, my basting brush, and just put a thin layer down on the bun. Give us some more of that barbecue flavor, and that'll do it. That looks good. A little bit goes a long way with this size of a burger. Now it's time to build. And I've been waiting all day to do this. So we'll take our bun, we'll slide our patty right here on top. Now we'll grab our Whataburger onion rings and load them up tall and high on top. And that looks good. Finally, we'll take that crown, flip it over, and put it down. To cut this up, everybody needs the right tool, and I think our pizza cutter, yeah, that should work. Let's slice into this thing, see how we did. Oh yeah. I can't tell you how excited I am to see this. Let's get the reveal. Yes, indeed. That right there. Carl's Jr. No, sir. You got nothing. Well, I'd say we did it. It's been an awesome day. It's been a great experiment. And I tell you what, I can't wait anymore. I'm so excited. It's a big bite, and I'm sorry, but perfect mix. The onion rings really take it over the top. The bread is sweet. That patty is so smoky. A little bit of barbecue. Oh man, I tell you what, it may be kind of funny. It's a little bit goofy, but you got some people coming over and you want to get their attention, try this one out. Anyway, hope you guys like what we're doing. Subscribe to the channel and hit like on the video. As always, Y'all have a great day. Because it's time for me to do a lot more work on this thing. You gotta try this.